back. You remember comedian John Cleese branded it the suicide capital of New Zealand? To most of the rest of us, of course, Palmerston North is better known as, I don't know what, flat, boring, windy. Now, Destination Manawatu is close to spending $300,000, right, to spruce up the city's image, and has come up with a list of the city's top 7 attractions. Corrine Ambler went to check out their to-do list and indeed ended up discovering a few gems of her own.
Cities are just cool.
The windows dirty, the mattress stinks. This ain't no place to be a man.
And some are just not.
The most boring city in New Zealand.
Palmerston North.
Well, I'm thinking about what John Cleese said about Palmerston North. Palmerston North, I'm told.
I'm gonna give you a damn good trashing!
This is what the British comedian said after a visit in 2006.
If you ever do want to kill yourself, but lack the courage, I think a visit to Palmerston North will do the trick.
I beg your pardon?
What Cleese has done, along with this guy, is put Palmerston North on the map for all the wrong reasons. So what do the experts recommend you do to amuse yourself in Student City? Their top tip, go to the New Zealand Rugby Museum, which was closed the day we went. Visit the Manawatu Gorge, which was also closed. Why not take in the world-renowned Dougal Mackenzie Rose Garden? At least that was open, but sadly the roses were not. Also recommended a visit to Mount Cleese, otherwise known as the local rubbish dump, and shopping at the bigger and better Plaza complex. Quite frankly, the only interesting thing on their list was this.
Stand under a wind turbine!
And what do the locals think?
Good cafes, good selection of movies, good artworks.
You don't need a big ticket item every weekend to have a good life.
I like Palmy, so nice. Please.
So come on, Destination Manawatu. There must be better things to do in Palmy than those on your list. And I'm going to find them.
Would you like to cook some onion or...
First up, in a tiny caravan on the edge of the square, you'll find New Zealand's most famous refugee, who came here for a soccer tournament and never left. Do you think Palmerston North is boring?
No, at all. No, at all. If boring, why we stay here? We have a lot of communities here. Burmese, Pakistani, Cambodian, African, they live here and they are happy. It's not boring at all. And we need to encourage people to come to visit Palmerston. Palmerston is a fantastic place, yeah.
He and son Hisham have people coming from as far afield as Wellington and Wanganui for their kebabs, which I can personally vouch for.
You're a wee gem.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Then, just down the road, is the country's best beer pourer.
How would you rate that pour that you've just done? Probably about an 8, maybe. An 8 out of 10.
Maxine McKeag recently topped the practical section of the Stella Artois Draft Masters competition. And what does she think of her town's reputation?
I've lived here for 17 years and I haven't found it boring yet, so I don't think it deserves its boring reputation, no.
Sticking with hospitality, though it may put some off their food, is the Naked Pie Man, who's also standing for mayor.
Well, the customers come in naked too as well.
How often does that happen? How often does that happen? To hell with the council, this is much more interesting.
When the tsunami hits, we'll be beachfront.
For a bit of culture, Centrepoint Theatre's the only professional company outside the 4 main centres.
So I'm going to need dialysis for the rest of my life.
It's here the careers of many of the country's leading actors started.
Better this.
Including the theatre's current artistic director, Kate Louise Elliott.
How would I sum up Palmerston North and its people? Real, friendly, family. And I'm being honest with you.
We can also thank Palmy for training all our vets. Thankfully, not always dressed like this. And Massey's famous vet school saves the lives of everything from police dogs to the endangered takahe and yellow-eyed penguin. So why do they need a PR campaign?
Destination Manawatu is spending $300,000 to make Palmerston North more interesting. What do you think of that?
Where's the money?
$3 grand.
$300,000.
Oh my word. What are they going to do?
Some wags in our office reckon Palmy should embrace its boring reputation and have come up with a few slogans to help them do that. But the last word goes to the locals.
Sorry, who said it's boring? No, that's just our ploy so that we don't get overpopulated.
How's the weather? crap.
Well, you can't have everything.
Yeah, that alone has made me cancel everything this weekend and head to Palmerston North for a full 2 days. Just kidding.